Dixon.
Beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Rosen. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. To throw is Wentz. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fielded just inside the 20.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And this time, Rosen will throw. Rolling to his right. He's got his man in the crossing route. Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
14, Eagles nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Second and 8.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
So a gain of 4 brings up third and 6.
From the gun, it's Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Fourth down.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
5-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1.
Eagles nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Air Fires it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Jalen Reagor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here.
Conversion.
Throwing is Wentz. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Flush to his right, and incomplete.
Rosen on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change the name, how about your respect?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rosen off the play action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Miles Sanders.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
34 yards.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 38 yards on the scamper there. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
And they turned a power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in play. And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's second and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Quickly to Thielen here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
For a Lion.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Rosen on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rosen to throw again. Man, he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's in inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. Open man is Galladay, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He'll fire deep for Rager. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Josh Rosen.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. His throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back up and go, totally didn't affect me. We're just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First down, Philadelphia.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This one out quickly to Watkins. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to Quez Watkins. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Lions.
On 2nd and 7. Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles get a score closer. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Lions 34, Eagles 18. Jake Elliott to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rosen to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rosen. He's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11. Now Rosen looking to throw. the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Kevin Byard. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll return it from the 6. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. That catch good for only a couple. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. 1st down carry by Sanders. Well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to keep it again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing his Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They'll turn to Sanders. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Eagles 26.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. But 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home day next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, NFL on EA Sports.